I remember kind of like coming on a visit to Purdue and just feeling that like atmosphere of like just so welcoming, and it's so beautiful up here. And like once that acceptance letter came, it was like, I just knew this is where I wanted to go, where I wanted to be.
Yeah, we were pretty excited because it completed the Purdue family. My husband and I both have engineering degrees from Purdue. Her older sister Helen was already here, so it was pretty exciting the day that you got in, and we knew the whole family was headed for Purdue engineering degrees. It's definitely a point of pride. I mean, we talk often about we're all Purdue engineers and kind of that family tradition.
Yeah, I feel like Purdue's done a really good job just like supporting females in engineering. Personally, in all my classes, I've noticed I'm in like a slight minority, but it's never been like I'm searching for those other girls.
You know, for me, I think it's a great statistic and a testament to Purdue. First, it's a top-notch engineering school, one of the best in the country, and they have a strong women in engineering program. I was involved in it back when I was here, and there weren't as many. In my design classes, they were all men and me. And so that women in engineering program is an important support network, and so I think it's reflective of both of those. So I'm pleased that the progress that's made and the commitment to continue to, you know, grow and be the best that there is for women in engineering.
She's been very helpful of just, I feel like we're very similar people of, it's like beginning the semester that's very overwhelming, but I can talk to her because I know that she's experienced this too. I've just got to get through the first 2 weeks and be like, oh wait.
Yeah, I have to remind you of that.
I can handle this.
Yeah.
Just like the sense of community. It's like we're all surviving
you
together.
Have support.
Like,
you have that supportive community, the other students, and leaning on that and getting through it, and then the sense of accomplishment when you get through another semester.
I feel like for me, just being able to do engineering and feel like I'm making a difference on the world is something that really drives me to continue in my education. I look for in a job, and I think that kind of started with growing up seeing my mom. She works at Cummins, and they're really focused towards lessening their carbon footprint, like creating a more green and sustainable future. And that really inspired me. Whatever I end up doing in engineering, I want to be able to help with sustainability, help reduce pollution, and basically look at like engineering principles and make them more environmentally friendly. And in Purdue Engineering, I feel like they are just giving me all these tools in my toolbox. I can look at when I've got to fill in my tech electives or my mechanical engineering electives, I can look and there's just like so many different classes that I can take to just explore those areas of interest for me, and I really love that about the engineering program.
Yeah, and I think, you know, Purdue Engineering, you get a solid education, you know, and engineering, of course, but also the opportunities to do research, to get involved in different groups, and so it kind of creates this spirit of, you know, impact and excellence that you can do with a Purdue engineering degree, and I think that just helps feed that focus that, you know, we both have motivation for ourselves to do that, and then Purdue helps reinforce that as well. I mean, it's really what I talk about what's motivated me and driven my career is purpose, people, and impact. It's about, you know, the impact that we can deliver.
I feel like watching her path and just seeing where all she's gone, moving out of Indiana, kind of explore outside the Midwest and then coming back here, just seeing how she got to explore engineering and then decided what part of engineering she's most passionate about and worked on growing that aspect is really showing me that while I'm still younger, while I'm in my education, those first years out of education, it's my time to explore, see what types of engineering I really want to do, which I love about Purdue Engineering.
Purdue Engineering opened up doors and opportunity, exposed me to the field of engineering and exposed me to working more in teams. I had the opportunity to do a research project one semester I was here, which I really enjoyed. That definitely had an influence on what I did with my career. Most importantly, Purdue Engineering is where I met my husband, Jim. That certainly changed the trajectory of my life, including having you and Helen. So I owe a lot to Purdue.
You don't need to go through high school and have loved every math and science class you have taken to want to be an engineer. I did not enjoy physics in high school in the slightest, and that really concerned me about becoming an engineer. I had heard how much of it was physics-based, but I still decided to become an engineer, and coming into college, I was like, oh wow, physics isn't actually as bad now that I've taken a class before, and seeing it the second time, it really makes it a lot more interesting. So just don't be afraid if there's a certain math class or a certain science class that you think deters you, because I promise you there's going to be a lot of other classes that make engineering really attractive.
So for me, you know, as the mom for Catherine growing up and for her sister Helen, I always just encouraged them to be the best that they were capable of and to do something that they would enjoy. I think you're doing just that, and then we also just try to have fun, you know, be there for each other, have fun together as well.
Yeah, I feel like a key thing for us has just been, both my parents, they really just encouraged me that I don't need to get A's in my classes. I just need to try my best, and my best will be enough. And I really appreciate that. I feel like the degree gets you so much. Everyone in the nation knows who Purdue is.
Opens doors.
They're gonna look at your degree and they're gonna be like, you have a solid education. We wanna hire you. And I look forward to getting to explore what jobs I get after I graduate.